Welcome to another video walk around. Today we're going to be taking a look at this 2019 Toyota RAV4 LE in this gorgeous ruby flare pearl color. This all-wheel drive, 4-door, 5-passenger SUV comes equipped with a 2.5-liter 4-cylinder engine matted to an automatic transmission. As an added bonus, this vehicle is a Toyota certified used vehicle and has no accidents reported. Starting out front with some of the notable exterior features, of course, this is the year that they redesigned the RAV4 and it looks absolutely phenomenal. You got a very stylish, sleek, and sporty front end, that nice grille, and of course the redesigned headlights and the nice body lines. As you come around to the side of the vehicle, you'll notice the 5-spoke, 17-inch alloy rims that the vehicle currently rides on, and those are wrapped in the Firestone Destination tires with tons of tread, as you can see. As we continue down the vehicle, you'll find lots of these nice matte black accents. You've got some that run over the wheel wells as well as the bottom of the doors. You've also got some that break up the pillars here, which looks fantastic. Helps to give the vehicle a very sleek and stylish look. You'll also notice you've got the LED turn signal indicator integrated right into the mirror, and you've also got the nice chrome strip that runs along the top of the windows. Speaking of the windows in back, they are tinted for some additional privacy for the rear passengers or rear cargo, and that tint continues in back as well. If you take a look up top, you'll find the glossy black roof rails, which makes it nice and easy to expand your storage at some point in the future if you choose to do so. And they also add a lot to the side profile, again, helping to add to that sleek and sporty look. In back, again, you've got more of that black accent that breaks up the pillar, and you've also got the black piece that runs along the side here just under the roof mounted spoiler. And back here you do have the color matched roof fin antenna as well as the color matched roof spoiler with the integrated brake light. Back here you'll also find a rear windshield wiper as well as of course the RAV4 badging, and on the other side you got the LE all-wheel drive badging. If we take a look underneath, you will find the dual exhaust, which helps to give this vehicle a very nice sporty rear end as well. Overall, this vehicle is perfect for utility, it's ready for adventure, and it's packed with features, so let's go ahead and hop inside and take a look at all the notable interior bells and whistles. Hopping inside this SUV is nice and easy thanks to the remote keyless entry. Simply hit the unlock button on the key fob and you'll be inside, and you've also got that nice fold-away key, which makes it convenient to store in your pocket. Opening up the door, you're greeted with this very stylish gray fabric interior here with the very nice pattern in the center of the seat. You'll find that pattern throughout the interior, and I'll show you some mentions of it as we go through. Below the driver's seat, of course, you do have the manual seat adjustments, and if we take a look in the footwell there, you will find the nice RAV4 branded all-weather mats, and those are nice and easy to clean regardless of how dirty or wet they get. So let's go ahead and hop inside and fire this vehicle up. The features inside this RAV4 start over here on the driver's side door panel with the controls for the power windows, locks, and mirrors. As an added bonus, your driver's side window is automatic. Just underneath, you do have a little bit of extra storage as well as an extra cup holder integrated into the door panel. As well as that nice stylish design on the speaker, you'll find lots of this pattern throughout the interior. Speaking of that pattern, you do have some in this little cubby here just above your controls for the dimmer switch for the gauge cluster, your automatic high beams, and your windshield wiper de-icer. If you take a look over at the steering column here, you will find the manual adjustment for your tilt and telescoping steering wheels. You can get it in the perfect position. And if you take a look just behind the wheel at the turn signal stalk, you'll notice that this vehicle does come equipped with automatic headlights, which is a great set it and forget it feature. If we back up and take a look at the steering wheel here, you'll find a very nice 4-spoke design, as well as some bolsters up top to give the wheel a nice ergonomic feel while you're driving. Over on the left-hand side here, you've got the buttons to navigate the screen in the center of the gauge cluster, and we'll go ahead and take a look up there in just a moment. You've also got the Bluetooth hands-free calling button, as well as the voice recognition button and your volume rocker. Over on the right-hand side here, you've got the buttons for your cruise control. And speaking of cruise control, you've also got the radar-guided cruise control follow distance button, so you can cycle through between your follow distances. You've also got the button to toggle your lane departure alert on and off. And below that, you'll find the additional audio controls, which includes your audio mode button and your 2-track selector buttons. Let's go and take a look up on the screen that I mentioned, and you can see at the very top, you've got the exterior temperature as well as the time. You've also got an indicator to let you know that your lane departure alert is toggled on. At the very bottom, you can see you've got the gear that the vehicle is in as well as the odometer, and you can see that this vehicle currently has 45,503 kilometers on it. In this very first information screen here, you've got your digital speedometer as well as your distance to empty. You can also cycle through between your average fuel consumption as well as your eco indicators, so you can be sure that you're driving fuel efficiently. Next, you got the screen, which will let you know if you've got your lane departure alert toggled on or off, and you can also check your radar guided cruise control follow distance. As you cycle through with the buttons on the steering wheel that I showed you, you'll see it adjust in this screen here. The next screen over is your all-wheel drive control, so it'll let you know how much power is headed to each wheel as you're driving. And next you've also got your trip distance and time. Next is your settings for all of your safety features, which includes your lane trace assist, your pre-collision system, blind spot monitoring, rear cross traffic alerts, and of course you've also got some additional vehicle and meter settings in this menu here. Finally, you've got any messages or warnings that the vehicle has to display. If we take a look over towards the center of the dash here, you'll find this nice tablet-style infotainment system sticking up from the center of the dash here. In terms of your audio options, you do have your standard AM/FM radio. You've also got a USB port as well as Bluetooth, so you can be sure that you can listen to your own audio regardless of the type of device that you have. Of course, you've also got an auxiliary input as well. If you hit the menu button here, you can bring up your phone and projection if you have your phone hooked up via Bluetooth. You've also got access to some additional apps, and if we go into the info screen here, you can bring up your fuel history as well as your trip information. You can also head into the setup here and scroll through lots of different options. There's lots to go through here and customize to your preferences. If you put this vehicle into reverse, you'll see the backup camera pop right up, and you've got a couple of different options. You've got a nice narrow view as well as a wider view, so you can adjust that depending on the situation. And you can also toggle your guiding lines, which is really handy as well. If you put the vehicle back in a park, of course, you'll bring back that main screen. Just below that, you do have a couple of climate vents as well as the hazard lights. As we continue down here, you do have the climate controls for the vehicle, and this is a single zone climate control vehicle, but it does come with air conditioning for those hot summer days, which is a very important feature to have in the Okanagan. For the cold winter days, you'll find the two-stage heated seats just below for both front passengers. Down here, you'll also find the passenger airbag warning, as well as the button to toggle your traction control. Below that, you've got another storage cubby here with that same great pattern. You'll also find an extra 12-volt outlet to keep the devices charged up, as well as the USB and auxiliary input that I mentioned. As we continue down here, you do have your shifter with the nice little leather boot, and of course you can put that into a standard mode if you're looking to manually shift between the gears. Just to the left of it, you'll find your electronic parking brake as well as your drive mode selector, so you can switch between eco, normal, and sport depending on whether you're trying to get a little bit more fuel economy or performance out of the vehicle. You've also got your terrain mode select here, so if you're driving on some difficult terrain, you can switch between your snow mode. You've also got mud and sand and rock and dirt, so you can be sure that this vehicle is absolutely ready to tackle any and all terrain. As we continue down, you've got a couple of nicely located cup holders, as well as a nice padded armrest here in the center, and of course you can open that up to reveal your center console with a nice carpeted bottom. If you take a look in the passenger side footwell, you've got the same great RAV4 branded mats, and just above you've got your standard glove box with lots of room inside, as well as your owner's manual. And above that, you've got an extra little storage tray here that runs the length of the passenger side dash. Over on the passenger side door panel, you've got the same great design that we found on the driver's side, as well as of course the controls for the power locks and the passenger side window. Taking a look up top, you'll find a handy little sunglasses holder as well as your interior lighting controls. So that concludes the features up front. Let's go ahead and hop in back and take a look at some of the features in the rear of this vehicle. In the rear of this vehicle, you've got more of that same comfortable fabric seating that extends all the way across the rear bench seat. Back here, you'll also find lots of legroom for the rear passengers, as well as the same great all-weather mats. If we hop inside, you'll find a handy little storage compartment just in the back of the center console, and again, you've got more of that nice pattern on the back wall there. Just underneath, you've also got a 12-volt outlet to keep the devices charged up for your rear passengers. And if you take a look over at the passenger side here, you'll find a nice handy storage pocket in the back of the passenger side seat. If we look towards the center of the rear seats here, you do have a nice fold-down center armrest. It's a nice padded fabric armrest there. That also includes a couple of extra cup holders for your rear passengers. These rear seats also do fold down on a 60-40 split. If you have some additional cargo to store, you can simply grab the latch up top and fold the seat down nice and easily, giving you lots and lots of interior cargo space. And a really nice added bonus here is that they do come out almost flush with the rear of the vehicle, so it's nice and easy to store things flat. If you take a look at the rear door panel here, you'll find the same great design that we found in the front, as well as of course the switch for the rear windows, and underneath you do have a little bit of extra storage, as well as the same great speaker design. If we go ahead and pop the trunk, you'll notice a very generous carpeted cargo area back here. Lots and lots of storage space. You'll also find a handy interior light, as well as a little extra storage pocket on the right hand side here. And if we take a look underneath, you will find, of course, the spare tire as well as the jack in case you ever get a flat. That concludes this short video walk around, but this reliable, affordable, and utility-packed RAV4 will not last long on our lot, so make sure you stop by Kelowna Toyota, located at 1200 Litre Road, or visit us online at kelownatoyota.com for more information. We look forward to seeing you soon.